Okay, right guys, so just drop that. So what you're going to need is a few little tools. There's a couple of files, yeah, a ball bearing. You're going to have to find your own ball bearing and a spring and a couple of screws. So we're just going to use this as a demonstration because that's the only ball bearings I've found. I can't find any smaller ones. The smallest one is actually in there. So you also need a couple of little tiny screws. Just use what you want. You could use them. I mean, just find some little screws which will do. And then from there, you need to get a drill. So you want a hand drill. Not one of those. Let me just find a tiny little drill. So you want a drill to suit obviously the right screws you're going to use. Obviously you want that, and also you need a screw for the springs and the ball bearing. So I'll save all screws and ball bearings and things like that, but here we've got some springs. Now them ones are about the right size, but they're just too stiff. I mean, they'll work, but if you wanted a really strong detent, but the one I've got in, if I can find it, is like quite soft, but enough just to keep the ball bearing pushed. So that's the one I'll probably look at. I'll put these back away so they don't go flying all over the ground. So where you get the springs from, I don't know. You can actually buy like a little tub with springs in, maybe anyway, I'll leave that up to you. Let's put out there. So with this, it fits on as is, but you need to put your own mark in. So I'll show you that on the machine, on the throttle, but you mark it where it's at 0 in the game. So you get the game, find your throttle to look, in Elite Dangerous say, or whatever, find your throttle position where it stops to 0, then mark it, and then once you've marked it, you can cut your groove in, and then once you've got that, it's only plastic, it won't take long, and then go over to a round file just to make it like yeah, you can see it doesn't take a lot. So that's that taken care of. Yeah, but you can only do that once it's on the throttle. This here, you need to drill 2 little holes there so you get the right screw, don't split it. I've made it thicker at the sides because the original one split, so I've put some thicker parts on. I didn't want to make it too bulky, so you drill this out and then that's going to fit in like that. This part, it's solid, so you need to drill it out so your spring fits in like that. I think that's too much, so I'll take it out and drill it again. So you want to find the right drill, or the correct size drill for the spring that you're using. So that's too small, so you want a bigger drill. If I can get this out. Even that's too small, oh my god. So you get this the right size you want, so that's about correct. Yeah, and if it won't fit in, it won't fall in, just keep drilling it a little bit bigger each time. But I think you only need about 2mm, 3mm sticking out from the end. You don't want it too much because it'll be really difficult to get the ball in. Yeah, so what you do is you've got to get the ball bearing on, hold it with your finger, that's going to be fitted, and then attach it to the machine. Hold it like that while you screw this on. Once it's screwed onto the throttle, then it can't go anywhere and then the ball's going to fall in. So you need to drill just down deep enough for the ball so you get the right size drill for that. Obviously that ball bearing is too big for that. I mean, it'll work, but it'll work, yeah. But I prefer a smaller ball, just the one that won't fall through there. That's what I used. Yeah, so that's it really, guys. And I'll just go over to the machine, over to the throttle, and show you there. So it'll be I'm gonna have to drop this a little bit. Okay, that's a little bit closer. See if we can see a little bit better. Okay, that's not so bad. Okay, so as you can see, that part there's no gap at all, or very little, possibly about 1 millimeter, probably half a millimeter. So the ball bearing is the same size as that groove, so it just drops in. You can hear it. It doesn't actually cause any wear either, so it's just easy to get that 0 point. So when you first put it on, you've got to pull the ball bearing in, and then push this onto there to stop the ball bearing, and then connect it onto there. It's a bit awkward, but when you only have to do it at once. I mean, I lost the ball bearing, it flew out, and the spring flew out probably 5 times before I got it. But you can get it if you hold it on the edge, and then once you keep it pushed down, then slide it onto there. You do need to separate that, so like that, because at this point there's no groove in there. Slide it across, screw it on, and then go into the game, in this case Elite Dangerous. Find where your 0 point is, just say it was there, mark it with a pen, just mark it with a marker just there, and then you'll have a little mark, put the groove in. Now put a little groove in, try it again in game, and if it's not enough, file this way or file that way or file this way on the line, depending which way you want to make it move, and eventually you'll get a nice 0 point, and that's it. Hope you found this useful, guys. Thanks for watching.